Hey everybody, welcome back to Lemon Branch Do It Yourself. Today we are working on furnace filters. So everybody has a furnace filter, whether you're renting or whether you have a house. And today we're going to show you how to replace it and kind of what to look for when you're buying a new one. So stick with us and let's figure it out. We just moved into this house and there's several different places where the furnace filters are located. So we just are gonna go around and looking and seeing if we can find the different locations where there could possibly be airflow that go back into the furnace. So I do know this, that the furnace is located in the attic. So because of that, there's probably gonna be multiple places throughout the house where I'm gonna have a furnace filter that does need to be replaced. So let's see what we should be looking for and then how to open it up and be able to locate the kind of furnace filter we have and then find out the size. Okay, so this is the first area. If you see a grate like this, most likely this is where your furnace filter is going to be located, or at least one of them. So the way you open it, you've got these little hooks here. You just undo them and you can expose the air filter. Now the air filter is gonna say a couple different things on it. So this right here is gonna show that this particular air filter is size 20 by 25 by 1. So basically what it's just saying is 20 inches across by 25 inches wide and only 1 inch is thick. So when we pull it off, there's also going to just expose the air duct. And the way it works is the air gets sucked up through this big vent. But before it does, it goes through this filter and this collects all of the dirt and grime and nastiness. So this right here is an HDX, which means it came from Home Depot. That's a Home Depot brand. And the only kind of filters that Home Depot sells that are the HDX brand are 90-day filters. So you'll have to mark on the filter itself has a little indicator here if it's marked. This one was not marked, but you can show when it was installed. So you can just circle those, the dates that it was installed so you know exactly when to replace. So it was installed in January, you replace it in April. If it's installed in February, you replace it in May and so forth. So that's kind of a cool little thing to keep track of. We know that this particular furnace filter is 20 by 25 by 1. So we're just gonna shut this one for now before we go buy the filter that we need. Okay, so the other thing is there's probably gonna be another air return somewhere upstairs, maybe one or two more, not really sure. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna walk around and when we were moving in, I did notice that there's another one right here on the wall. This is where another air filter is going to be located. So when we pull this one off, this one shows 20 by 20 by 1. So it's a little bit different sizing than what we had downstairs. But you'll see there is the duct again. And when we look at this, we have kind of the same thing. They're not the most dirty, but they definitely are a 90-day filter. This again is also an HDX. So now we're just gonna kind of walk around and see if we can find any other of these grates. Now they might not always be on the wall, they could also be up in the ceiling as well. Okay, so walking around the house, we did find another one just right behind me on the ceiling. Now this here is another one of those grates, but this is in the master bedroom and one of the larger rooms in the house, but it has one of those grates and it is located in the ceiling. So we're gonna get up there and find out what size that one is. That one's not near as big, but let's check that one out as well. Okay, so same thing. It has the exact same little lock, and this one just came right out just because of gravity. But anyway, there's the other duct. And then this one is a 14 by 14 by 1. Okay, I just wanted to show, kind of, you can see, I just went and bought some new furnace filters. You see the new ones versus the old ones. Even though these ones aren't quite as bad, you can see some of them are a little bit darker than others, but you can definitely see the discoloration after probably several months of use. On these new ones, I went ahead and marked, I just circled March. So it'll help me keep track because it is the first week of March, and it'll help us keep track that in June, I'll have to remove these and put some new ones in. These particular ones that I bought, so Home Depot has them on a scale of 5, 7, 9, and I think 11 or 12, something like that when it comes to the FPR. That has to do with how good the actual filter itself is and all the different things that it'll filter out. So depending on all the different particulates that could be in the air will depend on how much each of these filters will filter out. When we go to install this again, we've got the grate opened, and you'll notice there's the indicator showing the airflow. You want the arrow to always be going into the duct because it's going to be sucking the air from out in the room in through the filter. So you want to make sure that the airflow is going in the right direction. So once that's in there, you just put it in and shut the door, and that's pretty much it. And we'll just go around and do that to each one of them. So there you have it. Not a very difficult job. It's just making sure you get the right sizes before you head to Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever. You can even buy these at Walmart. So that's basically it. It's super easy, super fast. Just make sure you get those right measurements. Make sure you pay attention to the little arrow for the airflow. Other than that, you're not gonna mess it up. So hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, make sure you hit that like, make sure you subscribe. We appreciate it so much, and we'll see you on the next video.